Joe, Joe, Joe. And you already know, man. Another week. I got my co-host, JB Cuzzo.
Yes, what up? What's going on, man? First Game Podcast, JB Cuzzo, back in the building, new week. Let's go.
And you already know my other co-host, Ayo Quay.
Yo, I have arrived. He's here. The great one. How y'all fellas doing?
Hey, I'm feeling great, man. Hey, it's a good day, another day, man. I don't know what y'all did for Liberation Day. Shit, man. Did it go good for y'all?
I cooked on the grill.
Oh, you cooked on the grill? Shit, man. That's good, man.
I bought some stocks, man, and worked. And I wore my Make America Great Again shirt. You know what I'm saying? As I worked. I don't know, man. I know a lot of people hate that shit. I know they do.
Man.
That's why I do it, man. Like, I be wanting people to know, like, I'm against y'all, bro. Okay, who you is, I want you to see me. If you get upset, you just get upset, man.
Hey, you ain't lying, though. Like, when I bought my hats, half of it's like the troll.
You the troll,
like. Knowing that you don't like that MAGA. Knowing you don't like MAGA. You don't like that shit. I know you don't like that shit. Every time I take a picture, you get a comment, you like a clown.
Look. No. I shared, Joe. You put that hat.
Oh, yeah, Trump's right about everything.
I put it on my story, and I was like, my MAGA's out here. You know, somebody wrote on my wall, is this like a hate bait page?
It ain't even that serious, bro. It's just a hat, man. That's what I think most of these liberals, they mad because they ain't got no hat to put on.
They like, you for real, or this like a hate baiting page? Like,
who's hating?
I'm for real.
That's just like, my bad. My bad, folks. You already know, man. It's got them First Game Podcast, Season 3, Episode 3, too. And, bro, I remember that Charlie Kirk reel, and it was this gay black dude. He was talking about how some of these MAGA supporters were trying to rape him and shit. And he was telling him, go to the cops. If that's real, if that's for real, you saying that these people are trying to rape you and goddamn go to the police. And he talking about, he'll think about it. So he was like, whoa, so don't goddamn be Jesse Smollett. Don't be that nigga. Don't be that nigga. And then he was like, you're just trying to curve the hate. He's like, no, there ain't no hate in here. It's all love for America. We all love America. See, that be some people that they be doing, bro. They be wanting this shit to be so much a hateful shit. It ain't hateful, bro, if you love it.
I be looking to see if shit made in America before I buy it now. That's crazy. And I know how to beat the terrorists. I see that's how you beat the terrorists. You buy American shit.
And then it ain't like I'm wearing a fucking football team or nothing. Now that's hate. You telling a person that you don't like what they like. If I put on Panthers hat and you a Steelers fan, you gonna be like, oh, this nigga don't like Steelers.
Nah.
I say I love America.
It's some people out here that's real, democratic with sports. They good with all the other countries. They ain't good with the home country though. They fans of all the other countries.
Side note.
They ain't fans of the home country.
Damn, not fan. No, don't like no Carolina.
Yeah, Colorados and Ravens and Browns and Philadelphia's and Buccaneers. You like, God damn. Everybody's up the Panthers, boy.
Globalists.
Panthers need to sign some star talent.
Oh, damn. No, you ain't lying about that.
That is correct.
That's a hell. Hey, But we can't. This thing
I
about it
don't
though,
want to break the bank like that though on one person, man.
Y'all gonna have to, bro.
Like how the y'all paying DK, and I'm just like, oh, I just ain't ready for that. I'd rather just draft a dude and pray for the best.
but that's the thing about it though. When you get a superstar talent, we got to keep these
But
motherfuckers.
you can't get no superstar when you're not even borderline playoffs. Like if you make the wild card and shit, all right, you might need to break the bank on a DK to
Yeah,
take y'all over the top of, because y'all basically there, but y'all just ain't got enough. You don't
Yeah.
yeah.
put no nigga like DK on the Panthers. What you getting him for? So we can make the wild card. Like that's what I'm saying. DK is for championship contending team. That move of breaking the bank is for championship contending.
We gonna get there, man.
Window small, so you gotta hurry up and get through it.
Yeah.
It's tough, man. We gonna get there, man. It's gonna hurt though if goddamn I see the Houston Texans get a ship before us.
Man, that's gonna tear me to pieces. I might, I might slide on him, slide the Texas on him, motherfucker.
That shit would be like, God damn, what we doing wrong?
Hey,
But yeah, yeah.
real quick, while we on sports, did y'all happen to catch that Duke versus Houston game?
Yeah, dude, lost like a motherfucker. The
Man,
last
Speaking of
few, man.
fans,
But
speaking of
yeah,
I just
fans,
gotta say this though. It's a lot of people who don't like Duke who team was not in the situation. Just remember that.
mm,
I
true
just
shit.
We wish we could judge y'all playing,
I
but
just
we
want to
can't,
say,
man.
I mean, I just know North Carolina get up there. They get that ship home. They bring that ship home.
They gotta get up
yeah,
there. Fuck
but
they at.
I brought it up to say that shout out to Duke for like making it that far. It was a great game, by the way, like one of the greatest college basketball games I've seen in a very long time. But it was crazy because Duke led by 14 points with 8 minutes left. That was winning the whole
Ugh,
game, bro. And then
ugh.
2 minutes left. They was up by 9. 34 seconds left. They up by 6. 25 seconds left. They up by 3. And 12 seconds left. They was up by 1. And end up losing.
This nigga think he's Stephen A. Smith.
I'm just saying, bro. It was a
Uh,
great game.
what happened with the Tar Heels? Why they wasn't there? Can we go over that score?
Well,
They was getting
several
close.
reasons.
We had a slump, yeah.
So our best player, who was his name was Caleb Love. He's the one who had that breakout game that sent Coach K home for his last college basketball game.
Mm-hmm.
So he entered the transfer portal and went to Arizona. So we lost like our best player, and then on top
Are
of
you
that, we didn't
serious?
really, yeah, we
Bring in
didn't
a new
really.
nigga. Y'all Duke don't care about that
Man,
issue,
I
nigga.
don't, I
After a
don't,
year, we
I
know
don't
after a
think
year
that.
niggas go pro.
I don't think
We
that
ain't
Carolina
why would
was. I don't think that
why
Carolina was paying the NL like that.
Oh
it don't
shit.
even matter though. But
It
Dave, you
do
understand what
matter.
I'm
Oh
saying?
It
shit.
do
You
matter.
see Zion played 1 year and was gone. And this
But
nigga talking
I'm
about a
talking
guy that
about
had a
with the
breakout game
I'm
against
talking
Coach
about with
K.
the NIL situation. For some reason, Carolina has not been paying the amount of money that these other colleges are paying. So that's why we don't have the same talent that we once had. When Zion and all them was in the NCAA, we had a great team too. But
But they
now,
still be one and done though. What I'm saying is that guy you was describing, just look at it as if he was one and done. Why haven't y'all prepared and got new talent? Y'all supposed to be Tar
I
Heels.
just told you why. It's because they are not paying as much money as these other schools are paying.
So they a terrible program.
Damn. Why it be
I don't want to
terrible?
say that. I don't know. I don't know why, bro. They just not paying what these other schools are paying. I don't know why they're doing it. I don't know.
Terrible
Why
I
it's gotta
think
be
program.
terrible?
it could be because they switching over their focus to football with Bill Belichick, sending all their money that way. It could be that.
Nah,
I guess Carolina's starting to become a football school instead of a
no.
basketball school.
Football make the most money. We make the money. Can't
Not
give
at,
football. You can't give
That
money
is
to
nah,
true.
bro.
football.
Not at Carolina, bro.
Yeah,
Carolina
Carolina,
basketball is
you
bringing
you
in that
not thinking
money.
about yeah, they bring bread, but you ain't thinking about like stadium sizes compared to arena sizes. Like it'd be
Nah,
way
they ain't
more
no.
tickets sold, bro, for
Yeah, that ain't
football
no
than
biased thing.
basketball.
That's a whole school thing. Like people depend on the football team to make the money.
For
That ain't no
Carolina
biased thing.
For every
basketball,
school in the world,
Yeah,
for
that ain't no
Carolina
honestly.
bias.
basketball, ever since Dean Smith was there, the Carolina basketball was bringing in the most money for that school. Plus the alumni.
It might have been Lawrence Taylor, Julius Peppers, a lot of other motherfuckers went to Carolina, man. Come on, bro. I'm telling you, it's always been football.
Nah, that ain't. That's a true fact. Like
Like,
football,
I
bro.
ain't
Even
saying basketball not profitable at Carolina because it is because they used to be like a staple, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
not Duke done.
that's a lot of schools, bro. A lot of schools depend on football to bring in the money.
Duke did what?
No, not Duke. Done took over the mantle in North Carolina again.
No, no, no,
Yeah,
no,
we the best
no.
team in North Carolina.
No, they not.
Duke not the best team in North Carolina.
Nah,
I
they're
did.
not. They're not better than the Charlotte Hornets.
Might be. Yeah. The Cooper Flag might dunk on LaMelo. I don't
Out
know.
of all teams, you said
I
Charlotte
seen Cooper
Hornets.
Flag beat LeBron and them in the
Man,
Olympics practice.
that
Everybody saw that.
that
Everybody
won't
knew what was coming to do.
that won't going hard.
But that would feel good
Come
seeing
on,
Cooper
bro.
Flag on
You
Hornets though.
this nigga just said they wasn't going hard. Yeah, they probably wasn't going 100, but they was going 85.
Man, LeBron
And
known for getting exposed at practice.
yeah, man, come on,
And
bro.
then Cooper, he talking about staying another year.
Cause Duke like that, bro. You it's hard to leave that school. The
I
whole
think
campus look like castles, bro.
I think that is
It's
better for him
gothic.
to stay. I think it's the best decision for him to stay, get better. Because from what I saw throughout the tournament, like yeah, he's very good, but he's not the strongest of players. Like he be getting like moved around down in the post a lot. That's kind of like throwing him
Bro,
off his
ain't he
game.
like a what year he is?
He
Freshman.
was a freshman.
Yeah, he gonna grow into that.
Come on, bro.
No, that's what I'm saying. I think it's
Ain't
a great
nobody be
decision.
looking like Giannis.
I think
That's
it's a
that's
great
scary. That's
decision.
actually scary how he's a freshman out there and he balling like that. That's scary.
Yeah.
Thank
That's
you.
what I
Cause
said.
he
I think it's a great thing he's coming back. Now, also, he has a brother named Ace. Ace Flag. He plays in Maine. Now,
I saw
shit,
he
it
a
could
beast
be,
too.
you know what I'm saying? He could come to Duke too, you know what I'm saying? That
Transfer
could have been a
program.
plan.
Come on
that's
back, man. Come on. We need all the flags.
that's
We need
scary,
all
bro.
the flags. We
I
can
seen that nigga
fire
play one time, bro. I was like,
double
yo,
G's, nigga.
they got him for the next 3 years, or for how long he does. That's scary for us,
Nah,
bro.
definitely next year, but I
Oh,
don't
he
see him
going
staying longer
pro.
than that.
Yeah, he going pro.
He going pro, but damn, boy, we're gonna
I
have to
think
see
he
him. We're
just
gonna see
want
him again,
LeBron
though.
bitch ass to be gone when he go pro. He like, I'm gonna stay in college. This bitch ass nigga gone.
Yeah, man, we're gonna goddamn one day get the first game sports. We're gonna get that episode going one day, bro.
Oh God.
Cause we love sports though. It's a different energy about sports. You got to bring the stats around. But you know what I'm saying. Let's get to the first thought, man. Um, I'm just gonna play this clip, and if you agree with it, you agree with it. If you disagree, state your case. Shit.
Of attractiveness. All the way at the bottom, the average black woman's 187 pounds, loud, obnoxious, rude, fake hair. They can't control their emotions, they get angry. Black women don't have a general respect for masculinity because a lot of them grow up in fatherless households. They grow up being told, oh, your daddy ain't shit. By the time she comes to you, she doesn't really have an appreciation or respect for masculinity and most importantly, your authority.
Where do you rank black women in terms of attractiveness?
All the way at the bottom, the average black woman's 187 pounds, loud, obnoxious, rude, fake hair. They can't control their emotions, they get angry. Black women don't have a general respect for masculinity because a lot of them grow up in fatherless households. They grow up being told, oh, your daddy ain't shit. By the time she comes to you, she doesn't really have an appreciation or respect for masculinity and most importantly, your authority.
Where do
you... Eesh.
Nigga
All right,
said,
so
all the way at the bottom.
true that though, but at the same time, you gotta flip it around to the niggas.
Hey, disagree or agree?
Niggas don't I agree, but I also agree with you know what I'm saying. Niggas don't respect femininity.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'll go on the opposite side. I'll say I disagree. I'll say now it is some that fit the description of what he was saying. Hell yeah, some. But I also met some cool ass ones as well. So it's like I guess it
Facts.
really depends on their upbringing.
Yeah. If you
I
talking about the numbers though, yeah, majority for sure.
I do hate them type of generalization statements that it be like just black women. It ain't all black women. It's a lot of black women that
But
got them
but
be carrying
but
it.
why can't I feel you though, but why can't you just know in your mind that he not, you know, he ain't talking about all black women?
Well, I
Why you
mean,
can't, why people can't just do that in their head first? Like, of course
because
he's
I
not talking
mean,
about all black women.
it's the same on
Because
the other side
COVID,
too. It's the same on the other side too with niggas. Well, when a female say niggas cheat, it ain't it ain't all niggas that do that. That's why I only saying it's like technicality. It's the niggas that you choose that cheat. It
But
ain't all niggas that do that. It's some niggas out here that
it is really mostly all niggas though.
I mean it's mostly all niggas, but I don't. I mean I don't agree with it because I ain't going through that shit. I ain't doing that shit. That's
Like
just like somebody
you,
say, black people smoke crack. It ain't all black people that smoke crack.
but you can say black people smoke crack if black people smoke crack.
That's why I say I hate them type of generalization because you ain't he speaking on the women that he came across.
That's like the
Everybody had
motherfucker saying, "Hey, black people go to college." So it's gonna be another nigga be like, well, not all black people go to college. Like,
I
bro,
mean, that's what I'm saying.
if
man.
black people do it, then they do it. It don't matter if it's all of them or not. You know they do
But
it though.
but I'm just saying I hate the fact that he's generalization thinking that it's an angry black woman out there with no father. It's women out here with fathers that had that same type of uh, respect towards men. I just say it's all black women. It ain't all black women. It's a lot of women out here that understand it. It's a lot of women that understand it that people came across. I ain't gonna. I just hate that generalization of black women. He could have said some or the some that he came across. I
Yeah,
hate that type of stereotype that is black women is the only like black women don't care about black men. That shit ain't always true because it's a lot of black women that has went to the ground for a black man.
but is it true that they have though? On the other side,
I ain't been
yeah.
with all black women. I haven't been with all black women.
So you can't say it ain't true.
You can't say it's true either. That's why I hate the generalization of that.
I can say it's true.
Because you can say also it's also the fact that it's some black women that has done everything good, but you ain't with them now.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. That generalization is kind of like putting a negative notation on some black women. Black women is
but
just angry men or angry women that just don't like men, don't respect them. It's like, come on, bro.
that's
That's the
true.
women, and like you said, that's the women that he dealt with. He gave space to that woman.
You can't. I hate this is why I also don't like though. It's like when we be describing what be going on in the black
Yeah.
culture, we bring up how kids raised without two parent households and shit. And then on the other hand, niggas are argue about how black women, not all of them do this and that. But why our shit not together then? If you know what I'm saying, niggas be fucking up and black women be fucking up.
Well, it's
But
just your
everybody just
description
quick to
of
get offended talking about generalization. Like I said, you know the black women he talking about. You
that is
know.
generalization. That's just like somebody saying like how people used to feel about dreads. Oh
But,
man,
but you don't
your
know.
hair, yo, people who got dreads got dirty hair. You gonna be
But
like, nah, nigga,
Oh,
I take care of
man.
my shit.
but you don't know what he's saying though.
I understand what he's saying, but at the same time, like you also said, you can agree with it, but y'all can disagree that that's the type of woman he has came across, and that's this type of shit that he tolerated
So,
with that woman.
so now let me ask y'all this: do y'all think that the women that he's describing, do you think other cultures view black women like the way he's describing it?
It's
That could be the problem. I'll say that.
Who cares? It like not to you, but I'm just saying like to like people who care what other cultures look at us like. Like, what does that matter?
Well, I mean, it just you want. I
With
mean,
with based off the
Sometimes,
actions of the culture, bro, it ain't no way that they care what other cultures look at us like.
well,
well,
I mean, yo, you got it.
sometimes, sometimes you do get prejudged before you open your mouth, before they even get to like hear you or know that you have intelligence. Sometimes you get prejudged.
What
Off
I
experience
get
too.
that, but everybody gets prejudged. It matters how you then when you present yourself. Who get like once they know that you not what they prejudged, like what they prejudged don't matter no more. You when you go, say if you was talking to Trump and back when CNN had you brainwashed and you would have had a prejudgment. Oh, this nigga racist, this nigga KKK, and then you meet the nigga and he, yo, what are you doing?
Mm.
And you gonna be like, damn, I ain't know that nigga was gonna be like that. Like that happened with everybody though. Honestly, when you
But that
bring
is
up
a good way to go
prejudge,
about it. That is a good way to go about it. Because if Trump would have reacted to everything these Democrats had threw against him with this ridicule, he would have been fucked up. He probably would have fell in a lot of angry ass traps they would have set for him. Sometimes you do gotta not give a fuck of what people just think about you. That's how you like Joe Rogan say. Don't read the comments because there's some people out there that actually feel a certain way, or it's just some people that just want to read that comment. They just want to read the comment. They want you to read it too. They want you to just like it.
bro. You know damn well when them people was commenting that too quick, like, yo, that nigga don't give a fuck. They just wanted that nigga to respond.
Yeah,
That's it. Hope they see this shit. That's it. So like, honestly, I feel you on like uh caring what people think if you know you going to like a specific event and you gotta be a certain way there, yeah, you gonna care what people think. But
I'm gonna
like
spin a different way, bro.
overall,
I'm gonna spin a different
caring
way.
what
You
other
you
cultures think about the black culture,
you should care, bro. If you sitting here, if you got a black woman under your arms that respect you and support you through everything, and you got this guy, he ain't with your girl, but that's how he sees your girl. I think you should care. You should let him know, bro. It's some good black women out here. I'm with one of them. Y'all with some of them.
but it ain't my like. That's what I'm saying. Why should I care if he know it's good black women out here?
Cause most of
Why
the
do
time
I
when they,
care who what he dealing with?
well, I mean, saying most of the time when this black woman getting talked down upon is always a white woman somewhere that they say, oh, but you see white women do this, white women do that. Why does the white women get the respectful comments?
Because
And they say
cause,
that, and they be saying that black men don't never like protect them or take up for them.
That's why I said I'm gonna spin it around because you should care about it. It is a good percentage of black women that actually gives a fuck about a black man, that actually gives a fuck and
why
support black men.
why you think that is?
Why I think that is? Well,
No,
I
I mean
mean,
like how he was like they be saying black men don't protect the black woman and shit. Why do you think that is?
most of the time, bro.
They feel like they good. They don't need nobody. They got the protection. They protect themselves.
Most
They
of the
don't need
time,
no
I
nigga for
think.
nothing. When
Oh,
when
okay.
when when
Let's.
when a group of women tell a group of men that they don't need them niggas for nothing, what do you think gonna start happening?
Hey, before we go there, can we also throw in what do you think got the women to thinking that way? Was it, from being incentivized by the government?
It'd be experiences. I just think it's experiences. It
Is
got to be
that
experiences, bro.
mixed with black men mistakes in a relationship.
Yeah, bro. But at the end of the day, it's just experiences, bro. Because it's at the end of the day what you went through. You got, hey, that's therapy for some niggas to say, hey, man, black women don't care about black men. They threw themselves with a group of other black men. But like you said, JB, if that nigga ain't masculine enough to control his girl, or if he ain't masculine enough for his girl to respect him, he gonna get that. So you sometimes it's not good to throw yourself amongst other black men because it's probably some black men that got a black woman that respect everything what he do. So you can't speak for me, bro. You can't speak for me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's what at the same time, that's why I was saying,
Yeah, so
why
it's,
should I give a damn what
mm,
the other nigga dealing with?
Yeah, true.
Because your life ain't my life ain't your life.
True. Well, I mean, that's always a conversation, especially toward the black women, bro, about what they don't do. And they do the same shit too, and what we don't do. Like, it's both sides to this damn bullshit, though. I ain't gonna lie to
You know
you.
what I'm saying? Myron, he black, but he still from a different. He not from the
Oh yeah,
Western civilization.
you can tell he
He
got snow bunnies on his
not
locker.
even snowboarding. He just from a culture where women just respect the person they with, where they can't step out of line type shit. So,
I say like this, bro.
and he came over here and studied to see which group is furthest away from what his culture was,
Yeah,
and he says the black woman. Like she not gonna go for that shit because you gotta think, bro. Black women grow up from little girls to grown. When they little girls, all the little boys call them pretty. When they in middle school, all the boys in there call them pretty. High school, same shit. So they don't. It's an options type thing, man.
you know.
Once you know the government gonna look out for you if you have a child, and you can get housing for the low ski, and every nigga up top to bottom telling you that he want to hit. It's like,
So you saying that they feel that it could be more government influence why some of these black women don't respect the black man.
yeah,
and then a lot of then you got the women who go to college, then they do good for themselves, and now they don't want a nigga whether he love her to death or hate her to death. They
Strong,
don't want
independent.
a nigga who is not way above her, and that nigga can get all the women. So that's why it's like our culture kind of fucked up.
I just say like this, bro. You know how you watching the interview, a post game interview, and one of the football stars having a tough game, and he asks about his court. He could be a receiver, and he asks about his quarterback. They don't say nothing bad. They just be like, "That's my quarterback," and they end the statement.
Black
That's
people
why
don't do that
it's
for black people.
That's why it's like you should give a fuck when they say about black women. If you were a black woman, you should be the one to step up and be like, "Yo,
Yeah,
it don't go down like that."
yours, bro. Not,
But that's your teammate. That's your team. That's
not,
your teammate.
not the rest of them. Fuck 'em. Come on, bro.
He ain't had to say a name. He just said black woman. He ain't had to say a name. But you with a black woman, that's why you should care about it. My
And
black
that
woman ain't
nigga
like that.
all right, and you know that. So what him saying that got to do with anything?
That's why you should care. He's like a reporter. That's
You
all I'm gonna
care.
say.
You only care and it hit you because you know it's true.
Nah, I mean,
You know that shit too, man. Come on, bro.
well, I mean, it's
You know what kind of black girl he talking about, bro. People watching, bro. They know. You know. Tuquay know. I know. The
well, I
women
mean,
that you trying to defend know.
I hate the fact that it's always on some stereotype about the black man. They ain't got no father. Their parents is separated. Like, why it's got to be down that stereotype line.
He described it because he's describing the bad. He describing what caused the bad ones to be like that. You're not talking about the good ones.
Like that, but that's all I'm saying. You don't need to be a good black woman to have both parents in the household. You don't need to be that. That comes from straight up choices out that person. You don't need it. Just because Clarence had a good marriage. Clarence's parents had a good marriage.
Parents, bro. That's like saying kids don't need parents, bro.
No, but I ain't gonna say parents
the
reason why he's got a good wife.
It's outliers, but you know who the ones he talking about. Come on, bro. They all over West Boulevard.
Oh yeah, of course.
It's a whole boulevard that got them full of.
And the child does need both parents.
But that's and that too though. Like when Cam was talking about game changers and shit like that.
Game managers.
Debo Samuel's like, no, my quarterback ain't like that. That's his teammate. If he felt like calling
he specifically said Brock Purdy. He didn't just you ain't see no Panthers player say nothing because he ain't bring up no Panther player. He specifically said Kirk Cousins, Debo Samuel, Dak Prescott, not Debo Samuel, Brock Purdy, Dak Prescott, and it was one more, but he specifically named them people. That's why.
But he didn't. But if
it's not generalization, that's why
it wasn't generalization. But if he felt like being a game manager was a bad thing, he wouldn't support that comment. It was just that he was just like, nah, Brock Purdy, he a good quarterback. He kept it moving because that was his teammate. We don't talk about people who we with. We don't talk down. Like, we also give good comments regardless of what people see.
That's not the same as this, though. This, you was just saying you don't like generalizations, like him saying black women. But the Cam example, Cam specifically, that's like him saying specifically Tanya, though. That's the difference. Calling Tanya a game manager instead of saying black women are game managers. He specifically said Brock Purdy. That's why Debo stepped up. It wasn't Debo stepping up for a game manager.
All right, this is a good example. Dreadhead niggas are stupid. You ain't gonna say so you're gonna let that example go. You're gonna just let that ride. Even though I might not be talking about you. Are you not gonna say, nigga, I got dreads and I ain't stupid?
Yeah, bro. Dreadheads aren't stupid, bro.
That's what I'm saying. You don't have to say a name, but you're going up and defend that. You're gonna defend it.
But I said Democrats are stupid. Like, it depends on my hate for Democrats, but his hate or her hate for dreadheads.
But you're gonna defend it though. If you felt like you're associated with, if you were a black woman, you're gonna be like, nah, it don't go down like that. Nah, that's what I'm saying. That's why you should.
Not if another black person saying it. No, I'm not.
Yeah, true. But that statement, it gives and goes for his experience. That's all.
Was he black?
Yeah, he black.
I know.
He really from over there where we think we from.
Yeah,
we from here.
Yeah, but I don't agree with it. But I can't. But if he would have said some, I would have been like, yeah, you come across bad apples. Who hasn't came across bad apples?
The issue is he wasn't politically correct.
Come on, bro. That's why I be saying, why can't we mentally say we know he ain't talking about all black world? Like, why we can't just use our fucking brains?
But that's the difference, though. And that's the difference, though. Yeah, we get it, but let's go back to what I was saying. I think the world, when he said the way he just said it, the world gonna look at it like, oh dang, black women act like that. But yeah, we get it. We understand the difference.
Yeah, and then you could tell too.
It was them stereotypes. Just do like the white women do. Don't say shit. Don't get that. You call these bitches snow bunnies, Becky's. When you're younger, you think that's the race of bitches gonna give you head first. That's just like, come on, bro. They don't never say nothing. They don't make no outrage about it. And
well, I mean,
don't stick.
I'm gonna say I ain't
gonna say that, bro. That Karen stereotype stick
because they outrage about it.
Yeah, that Karen shit, dude.
That's what I'm saying. They make a big deal. I'm not a Karen. If they didn't never say nothing about it, people would stop saying it.
I'm not a Karen.
That thing about it though, Karen is like
Motherfuckers.
I don't even know if there's a, but that's what I'm saying. I don't even know if it's like a name for a black woman like that for a single
Keisha.
parent. It could be it.
It's Keisha.
It'll be
It should be Keisha,
a good mama. That's what it
but they
be.
can't say that though. They can't say that shit. Oh, see, it's a good mama.
They gonna say Keisha, bro. That's gonna be the name.
But black people be oversensitive though. They'll feel like that's racist if a white girl call a black girl a Keisha.
Stop being a Keisha.
Oh, you're racist. You're racist. Did you just call me Keisha?
I got your Keisha.
They go crazy on that.
That's funny, man. That's funny, man.
Jeez,
That was a good first thought, man. That was a good first thought. Man, speaking of black and white, man, I came across this incident, it struck the internet waves, man. And it deals with student athletes. 17-year-old Austin Metcalf, a junior at Frisco Memorial High School, was fatally stabbed in the chest by 17-year-old Carmelo Anthony from Frisco, was it Sentinel High School, during a track meet at
we talked about this
Kendall.
last week.
No,
You talked about that? Oh, you talked about that.
Yeah.
you did. Not no Carmelo Anthony. That's not in the league.
Nah, you just didn't know his name, but it's like an update right here. But we did talk about that boy stabbing that boy, and because we was discussing on if he was right or not, the white boy.
Nah, the white boy got stabbed.
But he was telling them, don't sit here. He couldn't sit here, and that's why he got stabbed.
Well, I mean,
He got stabbed in high school. That's crazy.
yeah. But it happened April 2nd last week.
Well, we talked about it. We talked about it last week. Like when it happened.
Yeah, it happened April 2nd last week.
Well,
Well, I mean,
Well, go on in. Shit.
all right, this altercation began with a seating dispute over a team tent. It escalated when Austin and his twin brother asked Anthony to move. Probably didn't ask him, but it was leading to Anthony pulling a knife out from his bag and stabbing Austin. After a physical confrontation. Despite attempts to save him, Austin died in the scene, and Anthony, who confessed it to the act while claiming self-defense, was arrested and charged with first-degree murder. Currently is held on a $1 million bond. This tragedy stunned the community, with Austin remembered as a talented athlete and student, prompting his father to forgive Anthony publicly while calling it a murder amid ongoing investigation, and highlighted school security measures.
so
And he getting dragged too.
quick question real quick. Was Carmelo Anthony black?
He was black.
Yeah.
So the black dude did the stabbing?
Yeah. So it's like this. Basically, his father upset because they trying to say that the black guy is in the right. Like Black Lives Matter trying to say the black guy is in the right and trying to treat it like his son is wrong and shit.
Well, I mean, the whole thing that happened with his father, the father's a Christian man. And he basically off gate is, he's using his religion as a shield to not grieve. So he forgave Carmelo. in this statement.
The sad part about it is he died in his brother's arms. They were twins, identical twins. And his brother was holding on to him, trying to make it stop bleeding. And he died in his brother's arms. And I rushed up there, and I saw him on the gurney. And I could tell. They said he wasn't breathing. I could see all the blood. I saw where the wound was.
Understandably still in shock, Jeff Metcalf says a precious memory was made just this past weekend when he took his twin boys hunting. That's where Austin got his first hog. Well, this morning at around 10, he rushed here to Kirkendall Stadium where the Memorial High School student athlete suffered a fatal stab wound during this track and field meet. Frisco police say a fight broke out between two students when one stabbed the other. More than 100 student athletes were participating in this meet. Fortunately, they were safely evacuated. Police arrested the suspect. He is 17-year-old Carmelo Anthony of Frisco. He is now charged with murder. Some students, unfortunately, witnessed this deadly encounter and have been interviewed by police. Despite life-saving efforts, the 16-year-old victim died at the hospital. Austin, his father shares, was born 2 minutes before his twin brother Hunter, the two inseparable, as you can imagine. Austin is being remembered as an outstanding student at Memorial High, his football team's MVP, and a young man of faith. His father grappling with loss and forgiveness.
I'm not trying to judge, but what kind of parents did this child have? What was he taught? He brought a knife to a track meet, and he murdered my son by stabbing him in the heart. The guy was in the wrong place. They asked him to move, and he bowed up. This is murder. I don't know. I know they have someone in custody.
Yeah, we do.
And you know what? I already forgive this person. Already. God takes care of things. God's going to take care of me. God's going to take care of my family.
Amen, man. That's all I gotta say about that, man.
So
that takes a strong person to do that.
I want to ask. So what led up to the stabbing?
I mean,
You
know how high school track is. Like
black kid there, he was somewhere he wasn't supposed to be, and the good kid said, "Yo, you don't supposed to be here and shit."
Yeah, that's our team.
He said it like that.
We don't know that. We don't know details.
But it's gonna come out. You know what I'm saying?
But come on, but 17-year-olds and you at the wrong. Now I ain't gonna lie though.
But he did bring a knife to a track meet.
That's the weird question too.
Like, come on, bro. It don't even matter what niggas said. What you stabbing niggas for? You could have fought him.
And plus, too, man. I mean, it don't really matter what was said,
you
bro.
Bringing a knife to a track meet for?
What you stabbing a dude?
I'm not condoning him having a knife, but what if he came from somewhere where he needed a knife to protect himself? I ain't saying he was right for having it, but I'm just saying that problem does exist.
I mean, he could have been brought up in some crazy broken home, but that's still that goes to all the way to that school shooting. That doesn't matter.
Why is that man said? What kind of parents this boy got?
That's always the question right there. What's at home that's going on with him that he got to carry a knife to school and he getting an altercation? He got to kill somebody because that wasn't no life threatening. But I'm just looking at the religious part of him being a Christian man because he getting drugged to the father for him being a Christian man saying he forgiving somebody that murdered his son. Like back in the day when I looked at this story, if I looked at this story, it wouldn't have hit me. I got a whole lot of newborn son, and I thought about that. Boy, it's hard to forgive somebody that killed your son, and you could tell that was like recently. And he said on the news he forgive him, and that's coming from a white dude. You think you'll get that at the black community?
Man, that nigga whole family about to get slid on.
Exactly, bro. That's why
I've seen black people forgive people who murdered people in their family in the courtroom.
True shit. But it takes a lot just to forgive somebody who took your son away. This man saw his son bleeding and dead in front of his other son. that was a question I wanted to ask too. What if his other son has some animosity towards black people? Is that rightful?
Yeah.
Is,
Yep, it's rightful because black people should have had some animosity towards George Zimmerman, whatever his name is. Yeah. So yeah, I get it if he has some animosity.
He should, cause black people
I ain't gonna
actually
lie.
did something to him.
I ain't gonna lie. If he grow up not liking black people, it'll just be like, damn, he's rightful, bro. Like a black person killed his brother in front of him just for him asking him to move. I don't know that it was just action. Come on
Yeah,
now, you know they 17-year-old boys, and we don't. I don't have school. I don't have school prior to now. If you at a tent that got my school name on it, bro, you ain't supposed to sit right here, bro. I ain't gonna say it was politely, but come on, bro. The black Carmelo Anthony, you wrong. It had to be Carmelo Anthony too. That's how you know it. He got a boy.
man.
Damn, you had to be named after another basketball player too. First and last name. God damn.
He probably was over there talking shit with a girl. Nigga told him to move. He felt like a punk.
I ain't about to let that white boy beat my ass. I'm gonna kill him. That's all niggas be saying though. But it struck. I mean, that shit did struck the internet waves, bro. Cause yeah, when all that happened, they saying that it could be possibility Carmelo Anthony could call the self defense. He could call the self defense, and they actually are. They actually made a GoFund possibly for him to get the right lawyer to fight this case.
Yeah,
So
because he was outnumbered. It was two of them.
I ain't wanting to. I mean, as a matter of fact, I ain't gonna step in it like I know what went down. I ain't
I
gonna say
don't
that.
know the facts, but from how I look right now, that's murder.
That I'm gonna say on the part of self defense, you got to both of y'all. Well, I mean, he got to be feel like he's in death range.
It's 2v1 now. Don't leave that out.
But
But you
you
can't
think so?
use deadly force for self-defense unless you truly fear that you was gonna die.
But I think in the court of law, if you are outnumbered, you can use deadly force and self-defense because it's a part of
Yeah, if
the
it showed
form.
that you didn't have any exits.
First of all, that shit gonna get cut out because you're not even supposed to have knives or guns at a fucking school anyway. So I don't want to. I don't want to be no lawyer in this. I don't want to say who good and who bad. It's just. It's a sad that
Second
some of these
degree
tragedies
murder,
had this.
man. Second degree murder, man.
I hate that had to happen, especially like dealing with student athletes, because some people actually use sports to get away from what's going on at home, and these boys was role models to the younger youth. That's what you tell like
Bro had
kids
a
nowadays.
4.0 GPA. That nigga was the MVP on the football team.
Carmelo was good too. Like you look up his shit, he was goddamn. They got pictures of him playing football. Like both of these boys was athletes. That's why it's sad though.
He won the MVP though.
No, he went on MVP, but he still was a student athlete, man. Like you can't say he was just a thug off the streets. He was at the track meet too.
Man, that's no.
Wow, bro.
I mean, he a student athlete, bro. He was at a track meet. Ain't like he wasn't supposed to be there. He wasn't supposed to be at that tent. He wasn't supposed to be there at that tent. He ran track.
Nah, that nigga brought a knife there. That nigga was in the wrong spot. Then when somebody told him to move,
Now he is guilty with that.
pulled a knife out, stabbed a nigga. No
Yeah,
respect, nigga.
Yeah,
Weak.
it shouldn't have happened. It shouldn't have happened, man. But like people say, like that dude say, man, what's going on at his home? That's all I gotta say about it. But let's get to the next. Well, what you got? Something to say?
Yeah. So do you think he came from a single parent home or a 2-parent home?
Yeah, man. See, it's always
No.
that. I just know he came from a broken home. That's all I'm gonna say. For him to have that type of reaction, and he felt like that he was in like death range when somebody told him to move. I
Do
don't know
we
what the
got
boy
that as
said.
information though? Did he actually say he felt like they were trying to kill him or something?
No, but that's something that they are saying that the boy want to do. He want to claim self-defense. I don't know. Somebody probably told him that.
Try anything.
The right lawyer would get him off.
Nah. That shit is a horrible case right there, brother.
Well, yeah,
And
I mean, a black dude killing a white dude.
and
You know,
Anybody
Carmelo
killing anybody like that.
and the thing too, Carmelo, he ain't looking. His side ain't looking good either because they gotta go social media footsteps, and they seen that boy after putting up his middle finger and one picture he got an AKA. I mean, he got an AK holding an AK, so it's not looking good on his side.
Nope.
I'm saying.
what if he like to hunt like the twin boys do?
Yo, that ain't even a legal gun to hunt with.
Hey, you can throw all the what ifs, but his social media side is not looking good for him to look like he was just a peaceful boy that wanted to play football.
Oh,
and
done
run
with that.
around
What if he
track.
like to collect guns, bro?
He underage.
I mean-
It's illegal.
I mean, Metcalf was 102. Like, you heard what he said. He killed his first deal with his dad. Like, I ain't saying that him having a gun in the picture was the bad thing. I'm just saying social media
It
footsteps.
is a bad thing. You underage with a gun in high school trying to be a track star and an athlete. You know he ain't have no hoop dreams. You can't post shit like that with hoop dreams.
Yeah, true.
Nigga wasn't about to go nowhere. That's
Well, I
why
mean, it's
if you had something to lose, you wouldn't do that.
true.
That's all
But
I'm
you gotta
saying.
realize too,
He
that's what I'm
wasn't
saying.
nothing,
Like,
that nigga was weak, trying to
Like-
take out a nigga he was jealous of.
And then I saw him about to fall. I went to go over there.
this the mother and brother,
I
like,
grabbed him. I see.
when they found out that the police might the police told them
Yeah.
that he might get
I
self-defense
understand.
throughout this altercation.
Best I can to
But, yeah, there
understand.
was. You can see. You can picture what happened when what was coming out of his chest, and
Yeah.
y'all can visualize other stuff. I don't want to put down my mom right now, but I pushed my hand on there, trying to make it stop, and I grabbed his head and I looked in his eyes. I just saw his soul leave, and it took my soul too.
I'm so sorry. I'm going to ask you one last question. I've seen interviews with your husband, who I can hear in the side, by the way. I think he's there in the room with you. I saw an interview last night. Okay, someone else. Yes, okay.
Yes, sir.
But I have seen interviews with your husband in the last 24 hours, and it was remarkable to me that I heard your husband say, within hours of this, that he forgave this other young man, and he got there so quickly. And I honestly don't know that I could, and I just want to see, and I don't know if there's a right or a wrong place to be, especially as quickly as this has happened. Megan, how do you feel on that front today?
Tough question.
I am not like their dad. I am so angry at that boy. It's just not fair. That's all I have.
I understand.
I'd like to say
It's not fair.
It's forgave, not forgotten, but I'm not at that point yet to forgive that kid for what he did to my brother. Because, 17 years, my best friend just there and didn't blink of an eye. I lost him. So I'm not at that point.
Yeah, let me call right there. Dang. That's some real shit. I don't want to play no more of that, man, because it's going to make me look biased. I don't want to look biased on that situation, man.
Yeah, because there's a lot of kids that get killed and don't get that much media coverage.
But that's been talked about too, if it was the other way around, because a lot of people say they haven't heard about this incident. They looking like, yo, why this shit had to hit the news wave, like as if, let's say if Metcalf was the boy who stabbed the black boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, they looking like, damn, why that shit ain't hit the news wave like that? But I'm gonna move on from it, man.
Because it didn't happen. Yeah. That's why I didn't hit the news waves like that.
I got another coach. I got another one. I got this clip, man, of this pro-life advocate. She asking one of this girl about this heated conversation about abortion. Something about abortion that give a lot of people blood boiling. And I'm just gonna play the clip to show y'all like her reaction towards abortion, what she said. Cause we got, like you said, don't give a fuck.
I
You
don't
shouldn't
think
give a fuck about
YouTube gonna
comments.
let you. YouTube ain't gonna let you play the actual impact. They'll trip on the channel if you show the actual impact. Just saying.
Well, I'm gonna goddamn play up to it though.
Yeah, just play up to it.
Don't understand the magnitude of having a child. Yeah, well, I'm not the one who admitted they would be okay with killing babies in foster care and killing children that have been abused. That's not the point. What I'm saying.
Ooh.
Yeah.
She gave her a good 2-piece with that phone.
Emotional.
Savannah Craven, a pro-life advocate who was working in live action, was attacked in Harlem City and was speaking to people about Planned Parenthood. It shows the woman marked as a suspect hitting Craven, who ended up bleeding and getting stitches to the hospital. This incident was like, it's a hot topic because, people have their views about abortion, especially women. And I told my wife that too. She was looking like, why she hit her? It's just abortion is that topic. If you ain't go through with it, or if you haven't, if you have if you have your babies, you're not gonna take somebody telling you that, oh, you want to kill babies as a person who had abortion. People who have abortion, they feel real defensive.
But I feel you if you want to be like understanding and compassionate for those people, and I get it. But at the end of the day, I mean, technically, you are killing. I mean, if you want to call it a baby, you are killing the baby. So, I mean, you did it. So, like, why be offended when you hear the words about it?
Because they know it's truly wrong. They
too.
didn't, even when they do it, it hurt them.
I could say that from a lot of women who have like abortions, it do take a piece of them away.
Yeah.
But
and also too,
to the point where it was okay for her just to still off on the lady.
I ain't say that shit justified.
You know what I'm saying? When she say, I ain't the one who say we need to kill kids in foster care and kill kids because we can't take that shit. Be bothering niggas when they know that.
Well, I'm gonna say it like this. Let's say if you was broke as fuck, nobody wanted helping you, and you went to the store and you ain't had nothing to eat, and you stole some bread. And somebody was like, and somebody caught you, and somebody was like, I ain't the broke motherfucker who's stealing bread. Knowing that you in a fucked up situation, you gonna like, oh, hold on, nigga. Like, you gonna say something about that off them comments, especially they don't know your situation.
It's just hard to have for people who had abortions to win them arguments because they'll be like, you should just keep your legs closed, and then that make them feel like a hoe.
True.
You
can tell that woman had abortion. And you could tell she had it for her reasons only, but her interpreting, her agreeing with abortion, and it was a smart comment. I ain't gonna say the people on the right, these conservatives be saying stuff like the nicest way they can say it. They said the harsh truth.
But was it a smart comment if the lady never had an abortion? If it was just somebody regular that never experienced that.
If that other girl that had abortion, she just swung on it, she would be on the fucking wrong. She'd be just like
a clip where they she was questioning her for a good minute. They was already talking for a good minute. It wasn't as quick as that clip.
Yeah, it was like a
okay.
Damn. It was like
Christ.
I was thinking that it was just okay, I got you.
It was like one of them conversations Charlie Kirk do.
That's why she said, I ain't the one who said this and that, because earlier that girl was saying stuff that she was like, what? so you'll kill kids in foster care? Because she was like, why would a woman have a kid if they know they can't take care of them and this and that and la. You should just kill them. And then
Damn.
she was like, "So you'll kill kids in foster care?" Then she was
And
like,
she probably went through that shit. She
"Yeah,
probably actually
do
went
it,
through that
do
shit.
it." Just then that's how I kind of
It just
she got with it, got you.
it
And
just also too speaking on situations that you don't know another person's situation. You don't know where you offend people. White people do that shit all the time, bro.
Well, I oughta.
And people react. That's all it was. It's a
I mean, I
reaction.
don't care whether you kill your babies or not, honestly, bro. I just don't think it's a big election issue. That was my only thing.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's what you do. That's what you do. If you believe pro life, you believe pro life. I just don't think it's a
It's just some people. It's just some women who actually go through with having an abortion. They do get that type of label of murderers.
And
Y'all murder.
I was gonna ask, like, does it positively or negatively affect the states by any way of shape or form by which states allow abortions? Does having an abortion or not having an abortion affect anything with state laws or taxes or anything like that?
to not having one.
Just having, like, either having it or not having it. Is there any type of effect when it comes to like state taxes, or like why is it causing the issue?
Because it's just a women they body they choice issue. They don't
Also,
want
too,
men to be able to say if they can have an abortion or not. That's basically the issue.
bro.
And if Trump say he want an abortion ban, that's telling women that they can't control their own bodies.
Also, too, it's one of them. It's profitable too. It ain't cheap to do that either. So it's somebody out there making money from these abortion clinics too.
Well, that's what I was saying. I was like,
Yeah,
is
that
there?
too, though.
Yeah, that's what I was like getting at. Is there like a something financial tied to this?
Yeah,
Yeah,
them pharmaceutical companies got
Yeah.
abortion pills,
Oh
so
yeah.
they donate to the Democrat Party, and Democrats need them pills.
So if they take away abortion, do they take away birth control too?
All that type of shit, bro.
Damn.
That's what they keep condoms though.
Them shits break, man.
Hey man, that's what it is, man.
You know what these stories we done heard with broken condoms.
but it is. I mean,
That's God. That's the miracle part right there.
That's what. If
Shit
you're a pro
popping,
lifer,
man.
if you're a pro lifer, you should look at it like that's God blessing you. But I still
just think
say
the best way you get a girl, you get married, then you do it. That's just the best way, in my opinion, man.
Or if you was rich enough, you can go about it like Anthony Edwards and just pay that whole 18 years off. That's what I wanted to ask about
That
Anthony
too.
Edwards. Hey, so you think he's still gonna be in that child's life, even though he don't pay the 18 years off?
Probably.
Yeah.
She probably might not let him because the money she gonna spend all of it. And then when he don't give no more, and he don't gotta give no more, that's when she ain't gonna let him see.
Because he did the same shit too. He was like telling her, like, bro, get that shit aborted. And she was talking about she didn't want to get abortion because she did that before. So that's why she didn't get this one aborted.
I bet.
That was her reason. But
he gonna always be in that kid life because in a few years he got preschool fees. After that, school fees, college fees, summer camps, like that shit cost over time, but I don't think that one lump sum gonna take care of everything for the
shit, that nigga
child's
paid
life.
like
but he
$2
paid it off.
million. He paid like $2 million and 16,000, something like that.
Hey, look, let me ask y'all this.
It's equivalent to like 10,000 a month.
Y'all know how like we was having an abortion conversation. Now, do y'all think it's weird if a guy gets a vasectomy?
Yeah, because ain't no turning back.
Is it weird? I mean, damn.
Well,
I
because
know it
is that the same thing as like basically, you know, an abortion,
Oh,
like
you
a
saying it's
male
like
abortion?
equivalent? Through science, they'll say it's not. Through technicality, they'll say it's not. I mean, you could possibly put abortion with cutting your balls off. Shit.
Nah, I don't think so. Because you could have an abortion and get pregnant again. You can't get a vasectomy and have kids again.
True on that. I mean, that's a tough situation. Are you gonna condemn that person who do that, have a disectomy?
Are they pro-life? The people that get vasectomies?
I don't know what category you put them in. Shit. I don't really know because it's like people don't look at sperm as if, oh man, my babies. Like people don't look at
Yeah.
sperm like that.
Yeah, they do.
I mean, you're not gonna be sad every time you bust a nut because you killing babies when you bust a nut and don't be a woman.
Yeah.
But you gonna be goddamn like
you killing them whether you do it with a woman or not, because only one get through.
Hey,
Yeah,
hey,
I kill them every day.
Hey,
oh Jesus.
Hey, well, you should take that then. But I mean, I don't think disectomy is looked frowned upon.
You said disectomy?
I don't know what how you said.
Vasectomy.
I just look at it like
now if you get the disectomy, dog, that might be a boy.
I'm just saying like people ain't. I don't think people gonna. That's not no comment. Or you should bring it up to people. Goddamn. Should bring it up people attention.
Yeah, because think about it. If you pro-choice, then I mean, you pro-life, then why get a vasectomy?
Yeah, but you only do that if you one of them niggas who just want to argue, man. You pro-choice, why you getting the vasectomy? Like, bro, it's that serious to you, bro.
But I think people get a vasectomy because like it's like medical reasons. Like they doctor will tell them like
some niggas be too fertile, man. That's the time. Every time nigga hit a girl, man, pregnant, so they gotta get it.
Cause some people get it because like
they ain't pro-choice, bro.
Cause some people, some dudes get it because like they got cancer down there or something. They found out like they got cancer down there, so they got to get that shit removed.
I ain't getting one, man. So I don't know.
Okay, as a man, Tukwe, how would you take it? Do you feel like they a crit? Do you feel like they a killer? I understand. I understand. We're talking about male genitals. I understand that. I understand that. We will talk about male genitals.
No, we won't, man. Don't put me
we
in.
was. Vasectomy is about male genitals.
Wow.
I understand that.
Man. Right, what would you
I'm just saying, would you consider them a murderer if they had to get one? If I was like, yo, man, my doctor recommended me to get a vasectomy, bro. You gonna be like, damn, bro, you killing your kids.
Nah, because you
So my thought on that is I want to say yeah, but not that extreme. So like if a dude say like, man, yeah, I'm tired of having kids, so I want to get a vasectomy. In my brain, I'm like why can't you just pull out?
Because you might still get a pregnant, bro. Some niggas get a girl pregnant all pre.
Sheesh.
I guess in our world it's different because we don't do labor. That's all I'm gonna say about it. we don't have the kids for 9 months.
Having for a lifetime.
I guess we look at it different. I don't know. I ain't never heard somebody get condemned for having vasectomy. I ain't never heard of that. I ain't never heard that.
Pro-life.
I mean, bro, it's a reason, bro. It's a reason why you probably had it.
I just think you can't get rid of abortions just because it's sometimes niggas do shit with ugly bitches.
I know I'm pro-life, bro. I believe once you have a 1 month,
I'm pro-life with my woman. I ain't pro-life with just any woman, bro.
Nah, bro. If it's like that, bro.
I'm just saying.
You better just send that kid off, bro. Send that kid to foster care, bro.
Nah, I don't want him alive looking for me.
Would
So
y'all ever adopt a kid?
if it came down to it, I would. If
Yeah, I would.
if me and my wife came down, or me and my wife had a long conversation, because pregnancy ain't no joke now. They go through a lot of shit now. They go through near death experiences being pregnant. So if it was that conversation, she didn't want to have kid, I got me
Gotta
a
be
little African
heavily
kid.
vetted though, but I can't
But
have no motherfucking kid. It's just crazy a little bit.
would it
True.
bother you if you adopted a kid but never made one?
I mean, if you never made, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I had to talk to somebody who went through that route, because I wouldn't know how to feel.
Yeah. So I was thinking about that because I was like, damn, like I get it. Some kids need need homes and shit. But so
But
I
that
ain't mean to laugh, but some
but
kids
that
need
do go
homes and
on.
shit.
But that do go on in the Caucasian community, bro. A lot of them, a lot of them couples are like, they hard to having kids, so they do try to get, or they do adopt.
I think if you are at a certain age and haven't had a kid yet, I think you should adopt then.
True.
Because I guess it's medical reasons that people, medical issues people go through at a certain
Hell yeah.
age.
Like, some of us lucky, and some of us don't swim, or the lady don't have good eggs. Like, I ain't gonna say getting pregnant easy. A lot of that
Hell
shit is
no, it
actually
ain't.
hard. That shit's actually hard, bro.
You don't just stick it in and you get pregnant. Like, no,
Hell
you
no,
gotta
that shit
time that
hard,
shit
bro.
to perfection.
Like, that shit frustrating. I didn't know that shit was frustrating until we went through. It was like, damn, I ain't got no more, man. We gotta try again another day. Let me get on with it, man. Let
I
me get
just
on with it.
wonder how that moment is once it is real though. Like damn,
What?
oh
Oh yeah.
damn, it is real. Like
Oh yeah.
that's what I be. I
Yeah.
don't know about that one. That's
It's
the
since
one.
hey, it get real when she be like, I'm late, or my period ain't on today.
No,
It's like,
I ain't talking about that. I done been through that.
oh,
I'm talking
okay,
about like
okay.
tissue, real, and
Oh,
and you like, dang, sup nah, shit, like, woo, that's big right there.
yeah, man. Hey, when you go to the doctor and you hear that heartbeat, it's like, oh.
Some niggas be like, man, fuck that bitch.
Hey,
Yo.
that's why. And some niggas was like Anthony Edwards, bro.
Yo.
They'll do that though. Like, they'll do that. Drop that whole 18 years on her and be like, yo, don't call me for nothing else. Because nobody can't call Anthony Edwards a deadbeat. You can't call him a deadbeat. She bet not ever call Anthony Edwards a deadbeat.
Yeah, you can.
How?
Money.
How?
That ain't about money.
So he gave her 18 million.
He gave like $2 million. He gave her $2,016,000. That's supposed to be equivalent to like $10K a month
For 18 years.
for 18 years. He gave her to her up front.
Shit. You better budget that motherfucker.
He asked the judge. It was like, how much it is for 18 years. And she told him out. He was like, well, fuck it. I'll pay for it.
Hey, that's smart if you got it. Shit.
That's all I'm saying. Like, you can't call him a deadbeat, bro.
Yeah,
pay his child support.
What?
That shit come with time, not just damn money, bro.
But he pay his child support though.
Yeah, but that don't mean you ain't a deadbeat. What if your kid calling you like, yo, I want you to take me somewhere for my birthday,
well,
and you don't do it because you paid child support?
I thought the deadbeats was the ones that don't pay child support and don't do nothing.
Bro,
If he already paid
ways
it.
to be a deadbeat. Ain't just
So I get it. I get what you're saying. I looked at deadbeat as a person that don't help their child financially.
Nah, bro. It's some niggas that got bread that suck as fathers.
That's a good way to look at it, though. So, I mean, I ain't gonna shit. Well, let me get man. Is all y'all out there? Y'all be I know that father shit hard, but stick to it, man. Or just pay the 18 years.
Bro paid that shit on the spot.
Hate this.
But I'm gonna get on with it, man. Hey, man, happy Liberation Day, if I didn't tell y'all that. You know what I'm saying? April 2nd was announced on Liberation Day by Donald Trump. Because what we here to do, make America great. Hell yeah.
Every time, you know what I'm saying?
But it wasn't just liberation. It was just about Trump announced a major tariff plan to reshape the U.S. trade policy. From the White House Rose Garden, he declared an economic independence, move to reduce dependence on foreign goods, boost domestic manufacturing, and reclaim America's economic destiny. He also pulled up a graph showing you these deficits. Now, to the claimer, these ain't the actual world trade deficit, but they were saying, well, I'll read the what's that shit called? That shit.
Chart.
Damn, what's the
That's
side notes?
The tariff shit right there, the community notes.
Yeah, community note. It said the tariff, reciprocal tariffs, China 67% aren't based on tariff or the foreign tariffs. It says more like how much money they make off of us, basically. And it said the trade deficit is divided by imports. So China probably get like 275 billion versus 270 billion. If you want to get more data that, just go to World Trade Organization. They'll tell you them numbers. But Trump brought out this graph right here. And he came up with numbers. You get both sides. You get liberals saying that that's not the real numbers, but
why they won't say what it is then?
It's crazy though, bro. Like, Trump is a businessman. I don't think he will just go down and try to inflate numbers to make himself look right. If he's a whole lot businessman himself, he was just saying this is how much all these countries make money off of us and how much we oppose to them, how much we tax them. So you can see China 67% opposed to we charge. They charge us 34%. You can go down the line, man. You can go down the line of all these tariffs, and some people are equal, like Brazil, 10-10. 10-10. Some people try to say he inflated numbers on small countries that have like a low population, like Madagascar.
Who cares about them other countries, man? Them literally keep talking about what these other countries gonna have to struggle with if we do this. So drop your damn tariffs, nigga. You won't have an issue.
But it is like a discrepancy people trying to put up saying those ain't the real numbers because this and that. Hey, if President Trump hired somebody to calculate how much all these tariffs accumulating, and that's the percentage he got, hey, I'll look into it now. I'll go on World Trade Organization and see how much. But he a businessman. I trust him with that. Call me biased.
So
I got on.
This is the question I got.
Yeah.
How you feel, bro, about tariffs?
I'm gonna say like this, man. I haven't looked into it as much as I opposed to, but I'm looking at like this. If you got these countries offsetting in the worst way, like China 67% and we 34%, and we buying, you know what I'm saying? They say we the biggest economically leading country, and our customers are satisfied. We are buying, but other countries are not buying. So I'm looking like, yo, it should be a fair trade. It should be, all these should be 10% regardless. It shouldn't be no offset if we all goddamn supposed to be fair in this trade. And right now, we broke. So we got to look at them numbers. We got to look at them numbers closely. So, and I'm also looking at it too, like he using the tariffs as a negotiation. He ain't just trying to make people submit to under Trump. No. He said, shit, if some of these countries want to go to zero, we can do that.
This is what I'm saying. This is an update. You see Taiwan, click back, make it big. I can't see.
All right.
You see Taiwan got 64% tariff.
Yeah.
They just said they willing to take that shit to zero today. And another company said that too. Another company, a country. What are y'all companies? Fuck.
Let me get down. Can you see it good right there?
Do they want to take it to zero? So if China try to take over Taiwan, the United States could be their savior.
Yeah, and Vietnam, they at 90. They want to take theirs to zero too.
Facts, man. And it's the tariff doing what they supposed to do. At the end of the day, he didn't say he said those are set. He did say those are effective from a different day, well, April 9th. But at the end of the day, he said if these countries want a negotiation, let's do that. And some of them countries did. What you say? You said China. No, you didn't say China.
I said that when he said Taiwan wanted to drop theirs from 64% to zero, I was saying, is it because they want U.S. help if China try to invade them? Is that why they're dropping their tariffs to zero instead of keeping it 64%?
I guess that shit.
Because reciprocal tariffs mean that Taiwan got what, 64? That mean we gonna up ours to 64, and that's gonna crush their whole shit.
Yeah, bro. That means some of them Taiwan. This thing about it too. So our currency is number one. So if we up our tariffs, boy, that $2 might be goddamn $100. Like towards them.
Well, why would it be an issue for America if China try to take over Taiwan? Like, why is that a big thing?
Because they got chips. They make chips in Taiwan that we need over here.
And that's the thing too. We don't know what all these countries sell to us, and we don't know what we buy from them. So the thing that we buy like Brazil, we buy a hell of coffee beans.
Yeah, and Brazilian nuts too.
That too. But coffee beans, I heard, is real popular. And that coffee beans might be they goddamn bread and butter. They probably need us to buy coffee beans.
Hey, play this for me right here, big. I'm about to send it to the chat.
Yeah, send it to me.
Coffee is a rich import.
But also too, what am I about to say? Yeah, Taiwan, they saying, yeah, we trying to get that shit to zero. Trump's like, shit, let's do it. All right. Argentina reports indicated Argentina is aiming to become the first zero tariff trading partner with the U.S., signaling strong intent to eliminate tariffs entirely in bilateral trade. They trying to get that shit to zero. They trying to get that shit to fucking zero.
That's what Trump. That's what this plan is doing. Getting shit done. Once again, liberals.
Let's hear for Trump what he said more about these tariffs.
Get it spoken when they look at the fact that we have $1 billion trade deficit. When you look at the trade deficit that we have with certain countries, way over $1 billion per country. But with China, it's $1 trillion. And we have to solve our trade deficit with China. We have $1 trillion trade deficit with China. Hundreds of billions of dollars a year we lose with China. And unless we solve that problem, I'm not going to make a deal. Now, I'm willing to deal with China
but they have to solve their surplus. We have a tremendous deficit problem with China. They have a surplus of at least $1 trillion a year. I think it's like $1.1 trillion. And I want that solved. And no other president's taken it on. I had to take it on the last time, and then we had a rigged election. No other president's taken it on. And so China is, they say the market's spoken. China is right now taking a big hit because everyone knows we're right. They have to pay tariffs because otherwise we have a surplus, and they have a surplus with us that is not sustainable.
Mr. President.
And we're talking about $1 trillion. You know that, right? We're not going to lose $1 trillion for the privilege of buying pencils from China. But I do want to solve the deficit problem that we have with China.
I felt like that was about to be replayed. And you see what he was saying? These countries are not buying as much as what we buying. Shit. Temu always selling shit. We buying a whole bunch of shit from them. All they is selling us what? Bullshit. Coffee beans.
I mean, you can that's why buy it. But
that's why it's a trade deficit, because we buying all kinds of shit. Shit. Brazil, all we getting from them is goddamn coffee beans. But some of these countries.
The next one, bro.
You got, okay, I got you.
That's about Taiwan trying to go to zero.
Okay. Let me give you some more countries.
Because we gotta get everybody to zero. That's when prices go down, nigga.
Thanks,
we only paying for what it costs niggas to ship.
That's the only thing, bro.
And all that goofy shit, you get all that shit to zero, bro. Watch them prices, dude.
That's what he meant by leverage. Our customers, us, we are the leverage.
Yeah, we buy shit.
They don't buy shit. They ain't buying shit. They too cheap. We the ones who got them buying the shit and getting that shit shipped. So that's why they need us. They looking at their own people like, damn, y'all don't even buy that much.
I got a report from the USTR last night that more than 50 countries have reached out to the president to begin a negotiation. But they're doing that because they understand that they bear a lot of the tariff. And so I don't think that you're going to see a big effect on the consumer in the U.S. because I do think that the reason why we have a persistent long-run trade deficit is these people have very inelastic supply. They've been dumping goods into the country in order to create jobs, say, in China. I got a report from the USTR last night that more than 50...
That was like 25 seconds.
Damn, I ain't looking how long it was,
but that's what's going on, bro. But I like that. I like the fact how he using us as the leverage, bro. And also it comes with cars too. We the ones who buying all these Japanese cars, Nissans and Hyundai. But the other countries don't have our cars. They saying shit. I was listening to one of the dudes off of Carson, Tucker Carlson show. And he was saying some of these countries don't buy some of our cars because of our size. That could be one of the reasons too. Because they got them small ass. Because of the size. They got them small ass streets. And they saying some of our cars are too big. He said that might be the reason. That
finish the street, nigga. Man, you gonna take these cars. Nah, they gonna take these cars.
That's valid. But I think that yeah, that's all good and everything. I support what's going on. That's what's up. Shout out to them. But
Taiwan doing it. India has shown willingness too.
Interrupt, bro.
Oh no, I thought he was just. Damn, my bad.
What I was saying was, dang, what was I saying? Nah, I think that for so long, well, maybe some of the reasons other than the size of the cars, for so long, other countries have been trying to catch up to the American standard. Yeah, you know how we have like everything is popular here before it gets to the rest of the world. So I feel like the reason why these tariffs some of these tariffs are so high is because shit, bro. they won't making their own cars. Like they won't putting the U.S. cars in their country because they was trying to make their own shit so they could be like their own little version of America. And
I'm gonna tell you like this.
It's like
I'm gonna say like this. The reason the tariffs are so high is because they know that we will buy it.
Yeah, that's all it is. We got the biggest market in the world. Their country not gonna buy they shit like we would buy their shit.
Because we got the top currency. So
they tax us to make all their money. You know what I'm saying? Because they not making it from their own people. But American people buy shit.
Yeah, we buy shit. That's why we got the leverage. That's why they is looking like, man, that shit fucking us over because they know if they raise the price over here, they're gonna have to raise the price at home.
Yeah, because you see how Canadians was trying to tell people to buy Canadian products, just buy our shit.
you try to bag up their Henny, and they looking like, damn, where the Henny at?
Because they like shit. America not buying our shit no more. They not gonna do it. So we gotta sustain ourselves. Cause they was using our people to keep their country afloat. That's why I be telling people. They be like, well, if they put a tariff on us, nigga, what? You don't even drink. You don't even use nothing Canadian. You can go in your refrigerator. Them price tariffs ain't gonna affect you. Our tariffs gonna affect all them motherfuckers.
That's why they say they crippling right now. They looking like, God damn.
That's how it is for Mexico. Only thing's gonna go up for us was avocados, guacamole.
What about the Canadian goose jackets?
Them bitches was already high. Shit.
And regardless, we were buying them.
And we was the ones buying.
We was making that shit hot. But that's also too. India has shown willingness to reduce tariffs on a $23 billion worth on U.S. Import goods.
Oh, I know they ain't folded either. You done heard 3 countries folded already. 3.
It was a 55 of its U.S. ports. Now it's low. Now it's down to 0 from the current range to 5 and 30 as a part of primitive negotiations to counter the 28 tariffs imposed by the U.S. That's India, Vietnam too. Shit,
Canada,
Israel.
That new leader in Canada folding like a motherfucker. Hold up.
I'm gonna play this one. I'm gonna play this one clip too, cause this is a throwback. That's why I did buy that hat that said Trump was right about everything. Cause the nigga been right for a damn long time, as long as I was living. This shit was 1988. Trump talk about tariffs.
You took out a full-page ad in major U.S. newspapers last year criticizing U.S. foreign policy. What would you do differently, Donald?
I'd make our allies, forgetting about the enemies you can't talk to so easily, I'd make our allies pay their fair share. We're a debtor nation. Something's going to happen over the next number of years with this country because you can't keep going on losing $200 billion, and yet we let Japan come in and dump everything right into our markets and everything. It's not free trade. If you ever go to Japan right now and try to sell something, forget about it, Oprah. Just forget about it. It's almost impossible. They don't have laws against it. They just make it impossible. They come over here, they sell their cars, their VCRs, they knock the hell out of our companies. And, hey, I have tremendous respect for the Japanese people. I mean, you can respect somebody that's beating the hell out of you, but they are beating the hell out of this country. Kuwait, they live like kings. The poorest person in Kuwait, they live like kings. And yet they're not paying. We make it possible for them to sell their oil. Why aren't they paying us 25% of what they're making? It's a joke.
This sounds like political presidential talk to me, and I know people have talked to you about whether or not you want to run. Would you ever?
Probably not, but I do get tired of seeing the country ripped off.
Why would you not?
I just don't think I really have the inclination to do it. I love what I'm doing. I really like it.
Also, it doesn't pay as well.
No, it doesn't. But, you know, I just probably wouldn't do it, Oprah. I probably wouldn't, but I do get tired of seeing what's happening with this country. And if it got so bad, I would never want to rule it out totally because I really am tired of seeing what's happening with this country, how we're really making other people live like kings and we're not.
What do you think of this year's presidential race, the way it's shaping up?
Well, it's going to be very interesting. I think that probably George Bush has an advantage in terms of the election. I think that probably people would say that he's got like that little edge in terms of the incumbency, et cetera, et cetera. But I think Jesse Jackson's done himself very proud. I think Michael Dukakis has done one hell of a job. And George Bush has done a hell of a job. You know, they all went in there sort of as semi-underdogs, including George Bush, and they've all come out. I think people that are around all three of those candidates can be very proud of the jobs they've done.
I'm going to cut off right there.
No, he ain't speaking on just. Not racist.
He don't like black people. He don't like black people. Yeah. You know he don't like black people. Come on, man.
I know he ain't just bring up just. Oh, God. Man, I know he wasn't just on Oprah.
That nigga spoke upon that shit.
Not the same Oprah that was interviewing Kamala acting like Trump was going to blow up America. Not that Oprah. That same Oprah?
That's the same Oprah.
The one he knew for years. Yo, these people, I'm done with the Democrats. I almost walked away from the show, man.
What she say? What she say? You should run too.
She the one told him to do it. That nigga said, I don't think I would, man. But you gonna convince me, fuck it.
Damn, bro. That's crazy how them receipts of Trump be all right. That nigga be right, bro. That nigga be right.
And see, that video with that would be my final thought, because I'll be like, that's why you gotta listen to black women, bro.
But that's the thing about it too, though, bro. You ain't hear what he said? These motherfucking foreign companies, these foreign companies be knocking out, they be knocking out the American companies on like VCRs and DVDs, bro. Like, let's say if you was a DVD CEO owner that was made in U.S., these foreign motherfuckers be taking away the competitive part with their prices, but your ass can't sell over there. Ain't like they making it legal, but they making it impossible for your ass to sell it in their country. Just like we got them iPhones were doing with Androids, acting like they can't receive no text messages. They can receive fucking text messages. They can receive.
Our pictures look blurry, trying to make it like they shit. Man, get the fuck out of here, Democratic ass phone line, propaganda ass phone.
Yeah, man. So that's why it's like, man, we got the leverage. Trump know how to do with these leverage, and they depend on our American people to buy their products, because they know this market right here is a buy. What's that one Japanese phone that everybody be buying? Huawei. Man, it's a whole bunch of phones we be buying. They know we'll buy it, bro.
Happy Liberation Day, man. You might as well go ahead and drop that music, bro. All I got tonight.
That's what I'm saying. That's it for everybody. Is everybody?
Yes, sir.
I can give you a little 5 minute, man. 5 minute, bro. It's on Trump too. Hey, Trump had to show some of these motherfuckers like, hey, you come against what's U.S. going. You keep trying the U.S. Hey, yo, we got live footage. We got live footage of niggas fucking around and find out.
President posted a video. That's crazy. Ooh.
That whole circle right there was Houthis. And now they hoot these niggas. Oh, God. They gone.
They gone. It's a crater. You can see where it hit.
All those was people.
Ooh.
They tried to shoot down one of our drones. Okay, y'all still shooting? We're going to shoot back.
These Houthis gathered for instructions on an attack. Oops. There was being no attack by these Houthis.
Trump is stupid. Yeah, it's time to end it right, man. It's time to end it right. Y'all better stop playing, bro. I knew it was going to be a day we was going to fuck around and see. Somebody was going to fuck around and see. What you say, wanna flow?
Yeah.
Hey. Man, I'm going to start with the final thought, man. Hey. These niggas be bullshitting us, man. They've been bullshitting us for years. A lot of these presidents throughout goddamn 41 to 40 something, they just been letting other countries run over us. Hey, we got a country, we got a president that already been said that. He said that 36 years ago, because I'm 36 years. He said that in 1988 that these motherfuckers was bullshitting us. He said that 36 years ago, and he was right. Only thing I gotta say, make America great again. What they say? 45, 47.
What up, Duquay?
My final thought is I've watched a lot of trained killers, former U.S. Navy SEALs, Delta Force, all of those guys, snipers, and they killed a lot of terrorists, a lot of people, that they went to war with, and every last one of them was saying how like they had nightmares, they couldn't sleep, like it's just killing. At the end of the day, is just something that's not natural.
That's why we need better VA.
Man. You done? I thought you was about to end it with a bang, man. You was like, they be feeling a certain way.
I like Tuquay's final thought, bro. It makes you think about shit that's going on, bro, for real.
You know what?
Because unfortunately, from a I don't mean to cut you, but from a certain perspective, like that was somebody's right or wrong. That was somebody's dad or uncle. I get it. I feel you.
You talking about who doing the killing though?
You know what I'm saying? Those hoodies, they got bombed. I get it. I get it.
They said when the bomb exploded, man.
I get it.
I mean, but at the end of the day, they was the ones who was shooting first.
Facts. That's what I'm saying, man. All that father
and that goes back to just
Tuquay. If somebody laying a bullet in your house, and they standing outside, you gonna be like, bro, you somebody's uncle.
Bro, that's what I said.
You gonna shoot back.
That's why I said war in general. It leads to bullshit.
Well, tell them that. You gotta tell them that, because we was trying to have shit shipped off and they was shooting at people doing their job.
Either way, it lead to bullshit. Right or wrong, both sides. Killing is wrong, bro.
My final thought is, man, after everything I heard Tuquay say,
I heard what you were saying, though.
It made me think, like, go ahead, Dave.
No, I was just saying, like, we do need better VA to support these fighters out there with their mental, because there is some shit that we don't see on the regular. They do be killing motherfuckers and having to think about they killed the motherfucker.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, man, after everything I heard from y'all, final thoughts about the bombs and wars, fuck the Houthis, man. Make America great again.
Who these niggas?
Bow! Bow, bow!
Hey, I mean, I understand what Tuquay's saying, but at the same time, bro, somebody gotta die, and somebody gotta fuck around to find out.
And F.A. fucking O.
And they fucked around to find out. Keep goddamn shooting at our goddamn ships. Motherfucker blew up. Nigga left a whole equator. God damn.
Crater, man. Crater.
Oh, yeah, crater.
That name is funny, man.
That shit look like an equator.
But that's the First Game Podcast, Season 3, Episode 3. Catch us next week. It's going to bring more heat.
Facts, man. I appreciate y'all hard work and dedication, man.
Now I got to go eat.
All right, man. See y'all next week, man.